We also do Mr. Perry's work at Tyler Perry Studios. And I'm the CEO, founder, and director.
So do you get to work with Tyler Perry?
Yes, we do.
Hi, and welcome to Kelly, where we talk about life, your life and my life, and through Kelly we hope to inspire. Today I have Jessica Yoshi. I'm going to say Yoshi. Pronounce your last name.
Yoshimura.
Yoshimura. Okay. Jessica is a casting director for Tyler Perry. You cast background for Tyler Perry, and then you also have your own casting agent, Southern Casting. So let's talk a little bit how you got into casting, and then we'll move on to your own company.
Certainly. I was a background artist myself.
Okay.
And I know everyone says, you know, don't play it up, don't put it on your IMDb. It's almost a thing that is tend to be pushed down, but it's so very important to do. I have found so many people that have migrated from extras to principal roles, to casting, directing, to electricians, to grips.
Right.
So it's super important.
Because you work with who you get to know, and when you're on a project and you're working on the project, then you're going to use people within that and people who show up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you get to see and learn a lot about people, and if you just have your eyes and ears open, you can learn a lot about how to behave on set. You know, it's great to start there, and if you really want to go into acting, then you take the acting classes
and move on to something else. And that's what I say. The problem is we had a particular agent that didn't want any of the students to do background work at all. And the thing is, they didn't know set etiquette. So you at least need to know set etiquette and be on a, you know, be in a production and see what it's like, because you don't want to just show up the first time and have no idea what it's like to be on set, because there are
there's a lot of terminology, things that people, normal words that you don't hear every day, and you are expected to know what they mean, and just being an extra, you get all that. So.
Southern Casting, you guys cast?
We do television, film, video games, anything you can imagine. We also do one feature film free a year. Usually it's an independent. I like to take on a passion project because it's all about the passion. We also do Mr. Perry's work at Tyler Perry Studios. And I'm the CEO, founder, and director.
So do you get to work with Tyler Perry?
Yes, we do. We do, all of us.
And how? So can I give you the stories of Tyler Perry?
Oh, please.
This is funny. I like to do this because I like to do the rumors that go around. So what's been popping up for the last year is all this talk about not being able to make eye contact with certain stars, and Tyler Perry is one of those stars. And I'm like, guys. Really?
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. I love it. I think the biggest thing, as with anyone, when you're at work, and of course this is Mr. Perry, this is myself, when you're at work and you're trying to do the deal and get the job done, sometimes on that set we go through 30 pages of dialogue in a day, which is tremendous. If you look at other shows, they go through maybe 6.
And Tyler Perry is known for that.
Yeah, and he's just prolific in what he puts out, and that's why he can remain so relevant. But if you're working at that pace, it's not a no touch, no talk, no eye contact. It's just,
you gotta move.
Hey, I'm at work.
Yeah.
You know, you're at work, we're professionals.
Right.
And let's just get it going. So no time for autographs or any of that. And then that's another, bringing us back to set etiquette, right?
Right.
That's so very important. That's just something anyone with any director or any very famous principal actor, you should do. A lot of times they're running their lines in their head. They're trying to get into character, and you don't want to break that, because just 10 seconds of film can be millions of dollars.
Yeah, and that's really hard working on independent sets. We just did our first feature last year, my husband and I, and another guy, Clayton Bailey, and I found that really hard, that people want to come up and talk to you in the middle of directing, and you don't want to be rude, You know, especially on an independent film, because people are normally working for less than nothing or
and
nothing.
wearing multiple hats.
Right, yeah, and you're wearing multiple hats. So my husband actually taught me that when you're on set, things have to go up a chain of command, and sometimes, you know, you can be standing next to somebody, but you can't take direction from that person. It has to come from a certain chain so that things don't get messed up.
Most certainly. So I think that would be a rumor that would be true, but also true of everyone.
Yeah, but it's not like, don't look him in the eyes.
No.
It's like let him work.
Exactly.
Don't try.
Exactly.
You know, don't be awestruck. Don't.
You wouldn't talk to your surgeon,
right,
while he's performing surgery.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So you might want to leave them to do what they need to do to get the scene that they need.
You said you wanted to talk about pay to play.
Oh, my personal pet peeve.
Okay.
Starting out in Los Angeles, California, I started out as an extra out there, and of course that's a unionized state.
Okay.
And you can get union vouchers. Georgia, we are a right-to-work state.
Right.
And we're not that big on our union. Teamsters and things are going great, but the problem that we run into is that so many people are trying to jump into this burgeoning industry.
There's no rules.
No, and there are so many folks that are wanting to try to get in there and get submitted, get booked, but the problem is they're paying websites that'll do monthly subscription fees.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not kosher. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
If you're a momager or you're out on your own, you can go and find those opportunities yourself on Facebook, Actors Access, 800 Casting. Those are all free to build profiles. There is no monthly charge. Also, I hate it the most because they're collecting the data of yourself. If you're an actress, you know, they're getting your name, your height, your demographic, your social, your contact info, and they're also doing that with children.
Yeah.
And that scares me to death.
Yeah.
So anytime I get a large agency, and of course I'm not going to name any names, but if you are non-union, you do not need to be paying people any type of percentage to manage or submit you to anything. It's really about you can break in on your own. It's going to be a little harder.
Right.
And if you feel like it's worth it to pay for the service, you can.
Right.
But it's a service, and how they're coming across is...
It's coming across as you have to do this to... And anything that they say you have to do this, you don't. That's one thing that we do in the studio. If I have parents that I tell them, I'm like, anything that you get into, let me check it out before you get into it and find out if we need it, if it's legitimate, if it's needed, if we need it. I don't have a problem at all. But there's so many things there are, they're just money cows. They're just getting your...
They are. And if you look at, they're taking 99 cents from 100 people across the board, you know, and no one's getting booked off of it. It's totally different.
Right.
So for real film and TV opportunities in the Southeast, you can look at my website, www.southerncastingassociates.com, and that shows you how to submit for our projects. We're currently on holiday hiatus until the beginning of the year, so yay Christmas.
Yes, holidays. Speaking of holidays, I have you a present, and you did say peppermints, right? Yes. So I got, and I even found this little cute glass that says "More awesome, please," because we want more of awesome. So that was funny. I had some really funny ones today. I had a guy that likes black licorice. Yeah, wow. And then you with peppermints. I was like, peppermints, really?
I thought those was erasers as kids, you know? I'm like, what are these things?
That's funny. So Jessica, if you have any advice to give to people trying to break into the industry, I know we talked about paid to play. What is something that they can gravitate to? And probably it is really watch out for the scams, but something else that maybe they need to watch out for.
I would most certainly look for professional headshots. Those are helpful. One thing else you might want to think about is you get a lot of great opportunities. You can get Taft-Hartley, which is the form that they upgrade you on the spot from background to principal, and that's happened in all of the shows that I've casted with Mr. Perry currently. You want to be able to have your acting in place, ready to pull the trigger when that time comes, because sometimes you are just plucked from obscurity, like we were talking about. Be ready.
Yeah, yeah. And then when you get to the point and you really want to go for this, you will probably cut down on background, not do as much background, but then you'll work on booking those roles, get acting classes, whatever it takes to do that.
Photo doubling, standing in is a next
Right.
good progression to go into from background acting. I would think that would be really good. When you are standing in for people, you start to run the lines, learn about the camera angles.
And you're getting to watch professionals.
Right, right. And that is irreplaceable.
Yeah.
I stood in for the VH1 series Hindsight for their season, and that taught me so very much.
Yeah.
So very much.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate you. And Kelly, the show wants to grow with the industry, so when you end up doing something really cool or want to come back and talk to us about it, please do.
Definitely. And you got a great wall of actors and actresses out there.
Oh, thank
I encourage
you.
all the agencies to look you up.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for being here on Kelly Today, and we hope this segment inspired you and educated you.